I think I found them.
Really?
Making your dog your ring bearer is one way to show your love.
Car part. It's just a car part, look it.
But delicious Caesar canine cuisine is a better way.
Come here. Come here. Yeah, this way.
Cleaning your dog's teeth can be hard. But not with Greenie's dental treats. Greenie's. Make health a treat.
From playful puppy to adventurous adult, help keep them healthy. Iams for life.
At Nutro, we believe in growing healthy dogs. Our nutritious food is made with high-quality, natural ingredients to help dogs live full and active lives. Let's grow healthy dogs. At Nutro, we believe in growing healthy dogs. Our food contains ingredients like flaxseed to help give dogs a healthy, shiny coat. It's just part of what makes Nutro so nutritious. Let's grow healthy dogs.
Mom! Yeah? I fell. Okay, there's bandages in the cabinet. I'm bleeding. Grab 2.
Sheba, what cats want?
U.S. Equestrian. Thousands of equestrians have united
to watch, to learn, to experience, to compete. In the pursuit of fairness, safety, welfare, and joy.
From the grassroots to the Olympic Games.
Each with personal goals, but all united together for the joy of horse sports.
Ride united. Ride with U.S. Equestrian.
There's so much about working with a horse that helps you develop yourself.
Horses have the power to change lives, and you do too.
Join us for USEF's Opportunity Week.
Help us share the power of horses by donating today.
Each donation supports the USEF community outreach organizations who connect horses with people and transform lives.
100% of your donation goes to the USEF Opportunity Fund.
Visit usef.org/opportunity to learn more.
DC. Some of the very best in the world have travelled here, getting ready for a whole week of top international competition. We've got some great riders, we've got some amazing horses, as you'd always expect. To have you alongside me.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. And this is a World Cup qualifier, but it's also the only 5-star indoor competition in North America. So it's very exciting to have such a great class here.
Our course designer is Bernardo Costa Cabral. We'll take a look at that course in a few minutes. Let's have a look at the runners and riders and who we're going to be seeing come through that gate here tonight. And right from the get-go, I mean, Ryan Willis, great rider. I haven't seen him too much in this horse. This is one of his students' horses he's got on there, but Katie Dinan knows that one, and Margie Engel, you know, one of the real kind of talents that we see here at Washington on many, many years and many occasions.
Oh, yes. It is fun to see Margie always. Like you said, there's some young riders here and some real experienced riders here with top horses.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. Be It Manley, of course, got that horse he took to the Olympic Games. Desari is in the mix. Brion Goutol's built up a great business, and it's fantastic to see her back at the top of the sport. Jimmy Toronto, that horse jumped so nicely. I saw it. Where did I see it? In New York, and it really won out there with just true style. So I think we're in for a bit of a treat tonight.
Totally agree. I think some super horses. Eddie Blue is here, and James Count Cruz. I mean, that's one of the best horses of the world, and get to see it right here.
And Connor Swale, you can see he's coming in 12th to go here. Again, relatively new ride for him, one he had on Nations Cup duty at Spruce Meadows. Kamek Godex in there with a younger horse as well. Daniel Blumen, Ladriano Zed. Derek Henney, he's climbing the rankings in there. Matt Williams. It's going to be hard to call here tonight.
It is. And it's barn night, so there's a lot of excitement.
We can already hear that.
All the local barns come, and they're all trying to win a contest, so the stands are filled. Everyone's matching outfits for their barn. Lots of excitement.
Oh, lots of excitement, and we're getting set to hear the national anthem. You know, it's a real tradition here at the Washington International Horse Show, and we can see the colour guard is starting to come in, and that means we're just about to start the kind of official opening ceremonies of tonight. So the very best of luck to all our athletes. It's a great opportunity to have a look at these guys before we see them in the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup here in Washington. That'll take place here on Saturday. We are going to be live on Facebook and YouTube as well, so do let us know where you're watching from. If you've got any questions that you want to ask, any good luck message you want to send to the riders. But it's a great opportunity as well, because we've got Kim Prince sitting alongside us, one of the best trainers in America. So if you're sitting at home and you've got some questions you want answered, then feel free, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, pop them in the comments box, and when we get any kind of prizes in competition, we can pass them on to Kim. But it's getting very loud out there tonight as we get set and ready to see that first combination come through the tunnel in just a moment or two. You can see all those barns though, they're all in their festivities out there. Well, final preparations underway. We're getting set. The colour guard is just about to make their way forward and join us here in the arena as we get set for this welcome competition here tonight. $78,000 in the prize fund. And here comes our colour guard to join us here. The colour guard and the military, such a massive part of this event, have been throughout the history. And remember, this horse show dates back 65 years with so much history built into the programme here. But as we get set for the national anthem, let's send it down to the arena, to our colour guard. We're about to be entertained here this evening by the Georgetown Saxotones as they join us with the national anthem. And then we'll see that first combination come through the archway in just a moment or two. About 24 combinations advertised to start. Jump-off format here this evening, so any tie for first place after that first round will bring us back to a single jump-off against the clock. And Kim, I think, you know, Bernardo, one of the best course designers for sure. He's a level 4 course designer. You know, we've got 24 in the first round. We kind of expect, what, maybe 7 or 8 clears tonight? Is that?
That's what I'm sure he's hoping for. But yes, he's very experienced, very good. Again, it's very different designing indoors versus outdoors, and he's I think, really up for the test.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We worked with Bernardo at the World Cup finals this year. He did an amazing job out there in Omaha, Nebraska.
Yep.
This is the Georgetown Saxotones coming forward. Number of singers out there.
Joining us from the Georgetown Saxotones.
So let's send it down to the arena, down to the national anthem, and we'll join you again at the other side as we get set for the $78,000 FEI welcome here at the Washington International Horse Show for 2023.
If you'd all rise and remove cover for the Saxotones rendition of our national anthem.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets were glad, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The Georgetown Saxotones of Georgetown University, Aidan McCormick, Gally Farber.
Georgetown Saxotones there singing the national anthem and signaling that we are set and we are ready to get underway with the $78,000 FEI welcome here at the 5-star Washington International Horse Show. We mentioned tradition and how important that is here at this event, and of course the military and our colour guard will be with us all the way through to the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup here on Saturday night. The barn night always, one of these nights is just huge atmosphere. We can see all the barns are there, they're going to have their banners, and it's an absolute sellout here this evening. People still filtering in, but Bernardo Costa Cabral, we've mentioned him already, we've mentioned this course. Let's take a look at kind of what's in store here tonight. There's 12 obstacles, 15 jumping efforts, and he's measured this at 405 meters, so that means time allowed will be 70 seconds. Speed of this course, Kim, 350 meters a minute, and when you're traveling, when you're jumping, that's quite achievable, but I think indoors like this, it's quite hard to turn sometimes at that speed, so I think we might see them, steady down for the turns, but then when they can use some room, maybe ride forward a bit more.
Yeah, indoors is a very different animal than the big outdoor rings, and you want to really make sure that you're continuing on every turn, because it's easy to get stopped on the slower turns. Like you said, you land and the wall stops you a little bit, so you have to make a big effort to just keep exactly the rhythm that your horse needs.
Well, looks like our ringmaster out there, Alan Keeley's about to sound the call.
Are you guys ready to have a good time?
We'll see that first combination come down, but we can feel the atmosphere here this evening, and I think for a few of these horses, it might be the first time they've been indoors for this year, and I think that, along with the atmosphere, might just play into this tonight.
And the other thing that's a little bit different about this show is that the schooling area is outside. So the horses are warming up outside under lights, and then they walk down the ramp and they come into the very end of where the in gate is. It gets much darker, and then all of a sudden very bright. So a lot of horses need to take a moment and take it all in. And yeah, so the ones that have not as experienced indoors, you might see them a little bit wide-eyed, and then the older horses that know the drill, they'll come in like pros. So it's always fun to see the horses as they come in what they're thinking.
Yeah, I think they'll be using that 45-second countdown tonight just to do just that, to get used to the atmosphere, to get used to the lights, get used to these LED arena boards around the arena.
You can hear the kids, and so remember, the horses can hear that as they're coming down. They can hear the crowd, and they're all fired up here tonight, which is so fun.
It's also a great experience for the younger horses because, you know, for those that are going to be off to Nations Cups or Championships.
Or World Cup finals, like I said, yes.
Finals, yeah. It's quite hard to kind of get the experience of having this atmosphere, having the crowd on top of you.
Yeah, very close. The crowd is very close.
Yeah, they are.
It's a beautiful, beautiful ring.
We have so much activity coming up.
You can see how much of a part that is going to play here this evening. But you have just joined us. This is a jump-off competition. It all starts there at fence number 1, and then they've got to try and get right within 70 seconds. That's the time allowed. Any time for first place. We know we're off to the races with a jump-off against the clock that will break all ties when we get there, and I think that would be an exciting jump off. Having to look through, we've got some very quick horses that are coming forward in this first round here this evening.
And some very quick riders as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. A whole ton of experience.
Yeah.
We might see a couple of them use this just as an opportunity to kind of get round, get their horses used to it for later in the week, but I think most are going to be quite competitive here tonight.
There's enough prize money in these classes that you don't leave too much hanging out there. Get here, you might as well go for it. Let's see.
$78,000 in the prize fund. That's decent prize money.
In our second featured event.
And then Keely down there, still waiting for that first horse to kind of be ready and come and join us. But it gives you a good idea of how big the fences are. You know, seen it next to Talently. These are kind of full up 1.50 m fences. I think some like ED 152, 153 out there.
Yeah, and like we said, this is the opening class. So the class matters, and it's big enough right off the get-go.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to send it
world ranking points up for grabs, but the crowds are here. You know, they're in good spirits here this evening. Because it's bar night as well, a very educated crowd out there. You know, they're all horse people, and they're all going to be cheering these riders on for sure.
Absolutely.
And here comes that call, another tradition here at Washington. Normally that call you can hear echoing around the building, but tonight, you know, just that real buzz of tension.
People, yeah.
Tension, excitement.
Normally you can really hear the horn, but everyone's really excited.
Well, our first combination coming forward to join us here this evening, and it looks like Katie Dynan is going to be getting us underway. And this is a horse she knows inside out. 17 years of age, this horse, but Katie's like a little pony kid with this one. She absolutely loves Brego R&B. It's by Nat Lissar, Katie Dynan underway here for the United States of America.
And this is a smaller horse, which actually I think is so nice when you're indoors to have a smaller horse than a large one. Katie and the horse are both petite.
This is a horse that's done quite a lot indoors. She's taken this horse to World Cup finals in the past. You can see as Brego came in though, he just kind of, I don't know, looked a little bit excited to be here.
He did.
We can have a look at this course now. So nice and simple from the oxer round to this vertical. And a kind of left-handed bending leg brings you down, or bending line brings you down towards that oxer. 5 strides there down to that vertical. And a real gymnastic test down here through that triple combination. So it's oxer 1 stride, vertical 2 strides, and then out over this vertical. You can see Katie really having to set up there.
Yeah, she had to get him out to the rail because that jump is right off the turn. Oh, and just at the end of that in and out down.
6 strides to that double.
Oh, and the plank.
I think that'll catch a few.
I do too. That white plank is hard to see.
Verticals fence 9. A little bit of room to prepare for that one. That's 10. And just a couple of efforts left here. This is a 4-stride line she's about to jump into. And then the finish.
Got a couple down, but he actually is really high over the others. He really jumped quite well.
Real nice scopy horse. And I think Bernardo's done a good job. It looks like, it's sort of technical enough and big enough, but it's certainly achievable and a nice round to kind of get them underway.
Yeah, I can see from the other side. We had the front view before, and there was the hind view to 7A.
I've gone from quite a compact horse to quite the opposite here as Deacon's comes forward next. Margie
very tall, yes.
Now we know Margie's quite short, but this horse is very big.
He's narrow, but he's very, very tall.
Margie's had this one since he was 6-year-old.
Yeah, long-time partner.
It's a very playful horse down in the barn. He's always picking things up and throwing things around. We've had some good placings this year. 3rd at Greenwich, jumped well at the Great Lakes as well, down at Traverse City. And Margie's got some history here.
Margie has history everywhere. She is just such a phenomenal rider and has been for years and years. Great to see her still out there doing.
She's one of the kind of bravest and gutsy riders you'll find anywhere.
Anywhere. Nothing holds her back. Oh, you can see her calling him a little bit. Again, her experience came through as he took the off. She was like, oh, I need a bit more. And he touched the back rail, but I think her encouragement helped him clear it. And then got a little bit deep there. You can see her trying to fit it in.
Most riders would be on the floor after that. So we're just getting it organized again.
Yeah, reorganized. I think she's going to continue on, but she's going to do it in an organized fashion.
Margie's a great horsewoman.
Again, you see her experience having such an awkward combination, really lost her balance, and she's just riding him right around to give him the confidence. It's going to be fine. There's another day.
Yeah.
Good finish.
Yeah, I think we'll keep an eye on them as the week progresses. Let's take a look at what happened here, because she did fantastically well just to stay in the tack.
Yeah, yeah. She got to the outside and had to add one, and then had to reach to get out of the combination.
Well, just a couple gone so far. Once again, if you have just joined us, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, do get involved with the conversation. Let us know where you're watching from. Kim Prince is alongside me, so it's a great opportunity to get some insight from her as well. If you've got any questions at all, she'll be happy to answer them, won't you, Kim?
Absolutely. Interactive.
Brian Guttal coming forward next then. SNL, Marlon van de Heffink, 11-year-old this one. Quite a new horse for Brian, just took over the ride earlier in the year towards the end of the Winter Equestrian Festival in March. A German rider brought this horse up through the FEI Young Horse classes, and she's been doing a great job. Jumped a nice double clear at the Hampton Classic.
Now, Brian is, again, such a great rider. Went all the way through the equitation ranks, winning everything. Unfortunately, back rail of #1, it's a skinny oxer, and sometimes horses don't take that as seriously as a wide oxer, and he just really cut down as though it was a vertical.
Yeah. Brianne's a real testament to the kind of US system. You know, when you look at what she came up through, you mentioned the equitation there, and then even through the jumper, the kind of lower ranks up to here now.
Yeah, Brianne had a children's jumper. She rode it all the way up into the FEI classes, which not many people do that. You can hear her give a little cluck there. She has great body control, Brianne. She can really stay above the horse so the horse can jump up to her. thing I like about this course is you have some room to travel around a little bit. It's not like all in your face at once.
Yeah. Yeah, he's really made the most of the room in here. That's just over the time allowed as well. So 4 jumping, 1 time. Total 5 there for Bianca Tolmarteau and SNL Marlon van de Heffink. 70.62.
Like I said, that's not the widest oxer on the course. It's actually quite narrow. And he just misjudged the width.
It's frustrating because that'll be probably the simplest fence on the course. It was quite ascending, quite inviting.
Yep, a little rampy. It was unfortunate.
And Lebanon's where we head to next. Jad Dana joins us with Caro W. He was very successful back on home soil. He's won the Lebanon National Championships on a number of occasions. I got to know him a little bit when he was working at Spruce Meadows, but I know he's had a lot of good input from Leslie Howard. This is a horse we've seen Leslie ride in the past as well. The 11-year-old Caro W here with Jad Dana. He's had some good wins over the summer with this horse at Tryon.
I really like the way he started. You know, he got the canter, then he collected, then he went forward again. He was already testing the gears, and he only had about 7 strides to do it. Well, that was a real smart move on his part.
Yeah, that adjustability is going to be so important on this course.
Mm-hmm. You can hear him touching the jumps, but he's pulling away as he's touching them, so they're so far staying up. Great through the triple. And it looks like he's really settling in now and wrapping around the jumps. Beautiful there.
I can just imagine the noise this crowd are going to make if someone jumps clear now.
Wow, really trying. There we go.
Just inside that time as well. 69.22. Jad Dana for Lebanon will be our first clear here today with Caro W. He's been on great form with that horse this year.
That was fun to watch. You could see that at the beginning he was a little bit nervous, and he's wearing a titanium hood, which helps with the nerves of the horses, like a thunder shirt. And he's got little blinkers on, and as he went, he got more and more comfortable.
He's a very competitive rider. We look forward to seeing him in the jump off.
Yeah, very soft rider.
Beat Manley standing by with us already, about to get underway. A horse that, you know, has been here. It's won the President's Cup in the past. That was back in 2017. But this horse has got a great brain, great rideability. It's a 15-year-old mare. It's by Veron. This is Beat Manley here for Switzerland.
Las Vegas in 2007. Got Manley and Desart.
Yeah, it's such an experienced but soft and accurate rider. He makes everything look so smooth and easy.
Yeah, you can barely see when he uses an aid.
Yeah, it's just incredible to watch him ride. And like you said, he has the horse so well schooled.
It's also great to watch these riders in the warm-up. You know, I think you learn so much from watching people like him in the warm-up.
Oh, I totally agree. Sometimes I think it's best to just sit outside and watch the warm-up and skip the class. You really want to, if you really want to learn, that's
you get a riding lesson.
Yeah, yeah. This horse is jumping beautifully.
This one's got all the ingredients you would want in a real kind of modern sport horse.
You see, Beat's always looking for the next jump.
Yeah.
No matter what arena he's in, his eyes are always, as soon as the horse takes off, his eyes are on the next jump. It never call him out for being late.
Nicely done.
That was a master class.
It really was. He made it look so smooth, so easy almost. And already we're guaranteed a jump off here this evening. That second clear coming from Switzerland and Beat Manley. So now Jad Dana for Lebanon, Beat Manley for Switzerland, guaranteeing a jump off. And that was a spectacular start to his campaign this week.
Absolutely.
Well, we're in for a good one tonight for sure.
10-year-old Holsteiner there.
René Dittmer comes forward next for Germany with Corsica. Had their first 4-star win on this horse back in September. This is a horse that was previously ridden by Martin Witt as a 7-year-old. René took over the ride in April last year and has qualified for Aachen, which, as a German rider, was a real dream come true earlier this year. His partner's Chloe Reed, so they're kind of showing in her hometown here.
And Chloe's having an incredibly great summer with her horse that she brought up from a 7-year-old, and she's done 3 5-stars and jumped clean in 3 5-stars. It's just incredible to watch the growth of a horse that you bring along for such a really young rider as Chloe. I will say that the Europeans, they spend so much time jumping indoors because their season indoors is like 6-7 months. And I always feel like they have such an advantage because they jump the young horses, the old horses, everything indoors. And in America, we chase the sun and we jump outside.
Yeah, that's very true.
You can see René looks completely at home here.
He's got a very tall upper body, but great core strength.
He's got a very tall lower body.
That's very true.
He's very tall.
Yeah, he's got everything I don't. 67-64, clear round number 3. What an international mix. Lebanon, Switzerland, and now Germany gives us that third clear here this evening in the $78,000 FEI welcome. Another very scopy horse, but he's done a great job with this one.
That suits him beautifully.
A quick reminder, you can get involved with the conversation if you're watching online. Hi to Sheila, who's watching in Hamilton. Paige is in San Diego. It's tagged her friends in. Paige says, are you guys going to be commentating for the Pan Ams? We're not, because we're here at Washington and the Pan Ams are getting underway. Arlene Collins is watching in BC in Canada. Susan says, what's the name of the venue? It's the Prince George Equestrian Centre just outside of Washington, DC. But great to have you all with us. Great to have you watching. And we're turning to Caitlin Campbell next. And Diaco Blue. Caitlin's another very competitive rider. This will be a new horse for Caitlin. Jumped their first international as a pairing back in May at Blenheim. And Kim, the band she's wearing around this horse's tummy, this is something we see quite a lot now.
Yeah, this is a band to keep the horses from getting rubs or spur marks. Sometimes when we're legging the horses, even just the boot can rub the hair, and these horses are body clipped, so there's barely any hair on them. So that's to protect the horse. It's unfortunately had an early rail down. Caitlin's a very gifted rider. She has a real way with horses. She has always been really, her timing is just natural. Good person to watch.
Yeah, she gets the best out of every horse that she really sits on. This one is 13 years of age, but it's quite low mileage at this level. With his previous owner, he was jumping the sort of 130, 135 tracks, and since Caitlin's had the ride, she's been kind of pushing him up. And yeah, he's had a couple of rails here tonight, but he's starting to really build consistency at this level.
Yeah, and you can see he has great style and great attitude, and you even wait to see what he's going to do in another year.
Yeah.
Just like people, the horses need to gain experience also at the bigger jumps. I mean, he's really jumping some jumps great.
He's certainly got all the scope he wants. 66-95, couple down. Caitlin Campbell there, the United States of America. Here's this first reel that she had down.
For being double combination to come down so far in round number 1. 66-95 that time, but they scored 8. Caitlin Campbell and Diaco Blue.
Here out of Wellington, Florida is Jimmy Toronto. Jimmy is
really got up in the air over that boxer.
welcome stake tonight is Chewbacca.
Caught it with his toe. Well, Jimmy
That's
Toronto is standing by. He's about to get underway. This is a big horse with a nice personality.
Licensed throughout the season, topped off
Winner of the
by
5-star Grand Prix qualifier at the Hampton Classic.
Hampton Classic in early September.
This is a horse that's just got a lot of experience now.
Chewbacca.
It's a big horse. It's got a lot of blood, this, but Jimmy does a good job of just kind of controlling that blood and keeping the horse as relaxed as he can.
Yeah, like I said, it's a very big horse, but very hot. Jimmy's done a great job bringing him along.
Jimmy had to hustle a little bit there.
And this horse jumps so high.
Hmm.
It's actually sometimes a little bit slow because he has a lot of air time.
Sort of hangs in the air.
That was gorgeous. There's a triple combination.
So that won't get him in trouble through here. He's jumping this with one stirrup. He's lost
Oh
his
my goodness.
outside stirrup.
One of the kids from 4-H around here, the kids came up and they were like, how do you jump without stirrups? And I said, well, you practice. And this is an absolute testament that he's doing this welcome stake with one stirrup. He's searching for it. Oh, he might be getting it. And that's very distracting also when you're trying to get the stirrup and keep the time allowed in mind. That was fantastic.
That was a real great job there. Jimmy Toronto, the 19 States of America with Chewbacca.
You can see that they're like worshiping for they, like you said, it's an educated crowd. They know how hard it is to ride without a stirrup. And one stirrup's almost harder than two. Yeah. I mean, it's really hard when you only have one down. Anyway, that was a great ride. And like I say, hats off to Jimmy.
No, absolutely.
It's a fit, strong rider. You can see he barely looks like he doesn't even have it.
And you know, with a horse that's maybe more economic over a fence, it'd be slightly easier. Yes. You've got a horse that jumps
high.
2 meters over every fence.
I think his heels are still down too. Bless his heart.
He did well there. Jiminy Cricket comes forward next. Niall Nassar rides for Egypt. 4 clears we now sit on at this stage. We're going to see another couple for sure. This is a horse he jumped in the 6 bar at Spruce Meadows during their Masters tournament. He's got a real nice string at the moment.
And he's an experienced rider and really nice rider. I do really like this horse's name, I will say.
Yes. Little rattle there.
But again, especially indoors, the camera's so close, you can see they touch them and then they try and pull away. Like these horses really want to miss the jumps on their own. They're fighters. They love their job. See Niall getting those eyes around the corner.
Oh.
Shame. I think he was trying to get him just a little bit of power there to help him, and he was kind of pushed through the front rail a hair.
That was a shame. Someone watching on YouTube's just asked why they don't wear magnetic stirrups, but
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, a lot of people wear magnetic stirrups. Laura Kraut wears magnetic stirrups.
It's such an individual thing, though, isn't it?
Skylar Riley. A lot of people wear the magnetic stirrups. It is very individual. That's also with the safety vest. A lot of riders. Jimmy Toronto wears a safety vest. Rodrigo Pessoa. A lot of top riders. Laura Kraut now wears one. It's a very individual thing, but I figure anything that can help with safety, we should maybe try and do. So I'm a big fan of the safety vest and also the magnetic stirrups.
Did you have to kind of adjust when you started riding the magnetic stirrups? Because
Well,
it's quite nice to be able to move your foot sometimes, just readjust and have
when
a wiggle.
I started riding with them, I didn't realize I had such a nervous twitch about moving my foot in the stirrup, and then until it was taken away. And what a shame, Tyson had the back rail of that first jump. It's funny, you know, it's set a little bit in the corner, and the horses maybe aren't as settled as they should be. Front rail there also.
I saw Tiza jump this on a few occasions this year, all outdoors though. I think that might just be playing into this round a little bit.
She's building up a nice big string. Her sponsor, Mike Smith. He's from right here, Upperville, Virginia. Okay, we're in Maryland, but we consider it still close. And she's a very good rider. Horses really actually jump great for her.
She's been jumping in Europe over the summertime with this one.
Yeah, she was trying to get that Olympic qualification. They did it.
This horse looks like it's got a lot of power. You can see her just having to take a little check occasionally.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think she lacks indoor experience with him, but for sure they both can do it.
It's almost a sort of rounded two halves. You know, it came in and then it kind of just took a breath after a few fences, relaxed, and in a really solid performance.
Yeah, for a big Scobie horse to come down on the back rail like that, you can tell it's just nerves.
Here is our defending champion as a rider of the President's Cup.
Connor Swale, another very competitive rider, and of course the man who rode to victory here in the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup last year. Got a different horse actually. This is one that's owned by Connor's student, Alexa Sokolov. It's a 10-year-old mare. That's the ABZ, and Connor Swale here for Ireland. Connor's known this horse for a while, but only kind of regularly competed the horse for, I don't know, maybe a few months.
You can see this horse goes in a hackamore, which is a bridle without a bit, which means it's very responsive.
Hackamore's maybe a touch less popular than used to, but I find them so useful for certain horses.
I know. Some horses really don't like bits, or some horses are really too strong for bits, and it's cool when you can find that just the nose pressure is enough and the back of the jaw pressure. So it's a different ride. The rider has to be you know, used to it. It's not something you just switch at the in gate.
No, for sure.
Oh, a little bit of rub there, but he got away with it.
I think Connor has to be one of the best horsemen on the circuit.
Yes, he's everything about him is sympathetic and empathetic and accurate, and he just is really great at his craft.
A few times I've seen him get in trouble over a fence, and the way he can just let the reins slide through his fingers and still stay in the tack.
Yeah, he's just a pleasure to watch. You see him big shortening of his reins there when he landed. Oh, that one's rolling. You can see the horse looked out a little bit there. It was a little bit distracted going to that boxer. Again, his experience, Connor's experience, really shining through on that round.
He gave that stellar ride all the way around to become clear ride number 5. 66.97. Connor Swale for Ireland goes through. So one for the US, now one for Ireland, Germany, Switzerland, and Lebanon all qualified. That was so lucky there.
That was a lot of rolls. Need a little luck in this sport.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, great to have so many people watching on Facebook. Don't forget, you can get involved. You can tell us where you're watching from, ask any questions you want to. It's always great when you guys get involved. Someone asking for the height of this class. It's a 155 competition. Remember, it's the opening day, so I think he'll have been quite kind with that 155, but that's the height written on the course plan. And let's get Connor Swale out, and let's get Dara Kenny in, because this is Irwin now, world number 18. Dara Kenny on board for Ireland.
And you can see this one's nice and spacey.
Yeah, certainly feeling good in there tonight. He's only had this horse since August.
And again, it's different when you have a horse that's spacey like this when you're in the indoor, because you don't have time to recover. Like if they kick out or buck, it's you're already on top of the next jump.
He was riding this in the 90-second warm-up last night, and it was doing exactly the same thing. Up until last night, I think this is probably the first time Dara's jumped this horse indoors.
Yeah, and again, such a brilliant rider, Dara.
Mm.
This whole group right here of riders is just the who's who of show jumping.
Oh, for sure. I saw them at Spruce Meadows in September and jumped the 2 stars there. He'd only had the horse for a few weeks and ended up finished second on one of the meter 50 classes.
And like you said, now that he's done this class, he knows way more than he knew last night.
Yeah, this is a great fact-finding mission for him.
Yes, exactly. And then he's smart enough and good enough that it'll be a whole nother story next class.
Yeah, I mean, if he was on the podium or even won the World Cup on Saturday, I wouldn't be surprised.
Exactly.
Tonight, the late faults there for Derek Kenny, 66.95.
Next rider led the victory lap.
Staying on the 5 clears at this stage.
Here representing the nation of Israel, Daniel Blewin and Ladriano Zed.
Daniel Blewin about to be underway with Ladriano Zed.
15-year-old gelding with Daniel ranked number 13 on the Longines World Rankings. Veteran of 2 Olympics in Rio and London, 4 World
Daniel
Rankings.
rides for Israel here.
5-star winner at the Hampton Classic Grand Prix in the month of September.
This horse has probably been his horse of a lifetime so far, I would think.
I would have to agree. This is just one of the classiest horses.
Mm.
Been everywhere, done everything.
A very big horse.
He looks like he's in the equitation finals.
Yeah. And this is the one he took to World Cup finals in Omaha.
Mm-hmm.
A very talented rider.
And he works so hard.
Mm.
He really puts in the work and studies and trains and ideas from different people. Like it takes a lifetime of learning. And Daniel's very devoted to that.
See them all coming around that corner, really turning their head, bringing that inside shoulder back. And I think that's something you learn at all levels. That was an amazing round.
It's beautiful.
You see a real team effort there as well. You know, Broom's on the kiss and cry, watching on, and
lots of kissing, less crying.
We don't tell the riders this, but they're such a tiny cog in the machine. I mean, it's a whole village to keep these horses on the road.
Oh, everything. I mean, everything from just the vanning company. You have no idea how careful the vanning companies have to be and where they have to travel to and transporting all these horses everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, it's base. It's such a team.
Hi to Mary, who's just tuned in watching in Independence. Sharon's watching in Southwest Florida. And they're about to see Devin Ryan come forward. Another horse of a lifetime. This is Eddie Blue, a 14-year-old. He had on Nations Cup duty at Ekstead back in July, and we know what he's done in the past at the World Cup finals with this horse and at World Equestrian Games. And it's just been everywhere, this horse, for him. And I think he really manages this horse's career carefully now. We only really see him at the big ones.
Yeah, he really saves them for the big classes. But he has been all over Europe this year, representing the U.S.
It's a horse with a ton of character.
He has a ton of character, and he's almost always cross-cantering.
Yes. Never would have made a hunter.
And it's something you just have to be used to because it's a little bit offsetting. But I was teasing with Devin. I said, "Do you feel different when you're on horses that stay on one lead?" He said, "Yes, I do."
But when they jump like this, I think you could put up with it.
Such a great horse. And he had him from 6 years old, and partnership like that, you just can't replace. Oh, what a shame. I think I jinxed him. I'm sorry. You know, that blue oxer, you have to be careful the line that you take because it really sets up that combination that comes next. And I think that they get thinking a lot about the line and don't finish the back rail. We've seen that a couple times.
At the moment, Fast Four Thoughts would still put you into 7th place, and that's still a good slice of prize money with 10 left to come. So Devon will just keep moving forward and trying to be one of the fastest fours. Does finish in for 67.17, heads into 8th place at the moment.
Devon's eyes, I'm sure, are really on the big class Saturday night, so I don't think he's that heartbroken here.
No.
He really wants to be ready for the President's Cup.
Well, they're coming in thick and fast, and we know just how quick that jump off's going to be when we get there with who's already qualified.
Next from our riders representing
Shane Sweetenham is next to go. James Can Cruz is a 10-year-old gelding, this one by Cannon. This was bred by Patrick and Shane Connolly. Shane's had the horse since it was an 8-year-old, but Shane, who bred this one, said even as a foal, he was probably one of the biggest they've had, and from a young age, it's just had amazing paces. And also plenty of blood.
7 podiums for his mount.
Yeah, again, like I said, big horse.
This is out of a cruising mare. The horse he took to the Europeans, part of the team that picked up a silver there. Shane's world number 12. I think recently he's also been a very proud dad. We saw Colin win at Capital Challenge. We've watched him jump here. Olivia won last week at Harrisburg. Lucy's on a horse as well. He's going to be spending a lot on ponies.
Well, Olivia had one of the most beautiful rounds in the first round of the medal finals. She's really up and coming, and she was 4th individually at the Junior Jumper Championships at Harrisburg. So, yeah, he's going to have to really be handing his horses down. Actually, the horse she rode in Harrisburg was one that he rode, yes.
And I think Colin's already biting at Olivia's heels.
I do, too. They do such a great job as an entire family doing this sport at such a high level. This horse is so fun to watch. Just takes his job so seriously.
He's very competitive, this horse. He really enjoys the job. He almost grows a hand when he comes into the ring.
And he's already big.
Yes, exactly. Shane does such a good job of just maintaining that blood, keeping it all controlled.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Such a nice round. This is going to be some jump off when we get there. Shane Sweetenham goes through from Ireland, clear in 63.86. You couldn't ask for anything more in a horse, though.
No. Spectacular.
Shane Sweetenham, number 12 in the world, over James Cruz.
We'll meet our second rider tonight, competing for the nation of Australia.
Clock End Farm says that was beautiful for Daniel Bloom, and I remember his early days, and it's great to see him now. Leila, talking about that last one, says she really loves that horse. If you want to get involved in that conversation, you can, either on Facebook or YouTube. Just use the comments box. We're keeping an eye on you as Matt Williams comes forward to join us. Matt based in California, but also down in Florida. Just had a baby with his wife Abby earlier in the year. And this is one that I think Kevin Coluccio had for a while.
Yes, the Lignellis are now sponsoring Matt, these great horses.
This is the first time Matt will have jumped this horse internationally, so I'd imagine it's probably the first time he's jumped the horse indoors, because in California they're not going to have any kind of national indoor competitions. That was a shame.
Yeah, like you said, when you don't know the horses, then you have to learn on the fly here. And indoors at a 5-star is a whole nother game.
Yeah, when you come in here on a new horse, you're sort of asking questions and getting answers. I think Matt will take a lot away from this round.
Yeah, like we said, he'll come in next class and know a lot more about how the horse is indoors than when before he came in today. And very different ride for the horse also.
Yeah.
Matt rides quite differently than Evan. nice finish.
Yeah, the kind of latter third of the course was completely different. Matt Williams there, Valdez Z, 75-11, finishes on a total of 18. It's going to be interesting just to watch that one over the next couple of days and just see how quickly the horse progresses, because I don't think it's going to take long for Matt just to click with that one.
Right, and for the horse also to understand Matt and change a little bit to his style.
Cabot Godet joining us now, Connie 409. This horse is a sister of Quintini and Contago, who are both jumping Nations Cups and World Equestrian Games. It's a 9-year-old, this, probably a little bit green for the age. Kama first jumped this one at Upperville back in 22. But Connie's been busy, because as well as jumping, she's also been producing embryos, had a foal this year for $1 Million. And I know Kama's actually learned to ultrasound so that she can keep on showing the horse whilst they're doing the other project.
I saw that Kama went to a dressage show. She posted it was her very first time going to a dressage show, and she met all these new people because it didn't know anybody there. But again, it's fun to be versatile as a rider.
Have you ever dabbled in dressage?
No.
Okay.
I'm dabbling in reining now. That's more my style than dressage.
Fun. The rideability, just a little bit of a struggle in there.
Absolutely. And again, you've got to keep the engine up when you're indoors. It's easy when they're a little bit ratty to get a little bit backward and slow. You can see there she stepped it up a little bit, get it out in front of her again.
Safe for jumping, a couple of time faults in there as well. 10 is really the total. 71.18. Total of 10 there for Kama. Just take a quick look through this double.
Like I said, the rideability, she got a little too close in and then jumping a little bit backward out. The combination.
Really that kind of issue started back in the corner, didn't it?
Yeah.
Our next rider up for the USA here is Aaron Vale out of Morriston, Florida, and his 11-year-old Tony.
Well, we've got about 6 combinations left to see, some really nice ones in the wings. We might just get another clear or two as things progress here. But this is Aaron Vale and Obi-Wan about to get underway here. August the Kiwi Horses on YouTube says, I love this show. Good to have you with us as well if you've just tuned in. It's a jump-off class. You've missed most of the first round, but we've got a very exciting jump-off to come, so do stay with us. But Aaron Vale, another man who's been around this sport, you know, his whole life. He's had 3 wins with this horse in the first 3 months of the year. And this is one that can hang in the air a little bit as well.
Aaron is such a talented rider.
Oh, yeah.
His barn is called Thinks Like a Horse because, honestly, he does think like a horse. His wife, Mallory, shows in the amateurs, and his daughter is up and coming. She just got tall boots last week. Excited for her.
I know from watching Aaron, you know, this horse has had its quirks, but Aaron has just done an amazing job. And I think all the good ones have got a little bit of quirkiness or a little bit of something about them.
A little bit of fire.
Yeah.
Aaron has a great way of knowing when to hold, when to give. His timing is such an important part of his riding. It was a nice round.
Finishes up on the floor, fastest of the 3 4-fault rounds we've seen though, so that will take him into 8th place. 66.48 into 8th. He's down 7 clears at this stage.
position, but only 7 that are clear so far.
Some very fast ones already qualified for that jump off against the clock. Amy Gotchman is joining us now, 19 years of age, youngest athlete in the competition. What a summer she's had. She said she'd sort of grown up watching the best in the world compete at Spruce Meadows. Everyone has said, oh, you've got to go and compete there.
Yeah.
She made the trip and ended up winning a 5-star 155 class in the international rank. She's just such a talent, though.
Yeah, she's really been fun to watch all the way through her junior years, and now that she's broken through, the places she gets to go and things she gets to do. Such a wonderful horse, this one.
This came to Mimi as a 7-year-old, and then Amanda Derbyshire rode for a while, but I know Mimi says this horse is really friendly, and she always tells when she goes in this horse wants to win because he starts to breathe quite hard, he gets very excited, and then it's kind of game on.
Well, they have really done some great winning already together.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was the horse she won individual gold with at youth championships.
Yep. And again, Mimi doesn't have so much experience indoors at this big level, if any.
Yeah.
She's a young rider with a lot of talent.
Very tidy and very reactive. We saw that finishes up on the floor, 65.96. Nice little hug there for Selena on the way out.
Well, she's always grateful for her horses. That is for sure.
That was a shame.
Yeah, and she just needed a little more work on the ground in there and give it a little more room. But good ride.
And a good start to her week. We'll see her do some good things over the next few days for sure. Well, not many left to come. Then we're off to that jump off against the clock. Another young talent. Brian Mowbray here. MTM Vive le Rêve, a 14-year-old here by Ustinov. This is a horse Brian's had since he was 15 and achieved so many firsts together over the years. He's feeling good tonight. This horse has got a great personality. We saw him at Spruce Meadows over the summer, placed on so many occasions, and some top 10 finishes on the World Cup circuit last season.
Again, another rider with a bit of his own style, but really good timing, really natural. That was a really nice ride to that blue oxer and to that combination.
Brian really using the shrooms, setting up nicely.
Makes such a difference when you have such a long-standing relationship with your horse.
That one inside out, and he is clear. The young and talented Brian Mowbray, MTM Vive le Rêve, heads through for the United States of America. Of course, they come back in the same order as they jump clear, so he's going to have a great jump off draw when he returns. They've got so much history together, that pair. It's always fun to watch them.
Yeah, real appreciation for the horse.
Heading from one Brian to another next. Brian Kernane now in Armagh, represents the USA these days. Another one that's been on Nations Cup duty this year. Brian's had the horse for about 5 years now. Real athletic type, lots of scope. Thomas Foley just joined from Ireland. Thanks for watching, Thomas. You've already got Connor Swale and Shane Sweetenham in the jump off.
Yeah, you got some good ones.
You used to have this one as well, but now he's transferred
defected.
to the USA.
Defected.
Yes. Anna says, how many riders are there? It was about 24, 25 in the first round. Got about 3 left, and we've got 8 clears. That's your update, Anna. Brian knows this one well. It looks on screen like you've got lots of time in there, but actually that double comes up quite quickly.
It does, yes. Yeah, like we said, indoors is a different game, like pinball.
Yes.
Oh, he jumped really a proper round.
Yeah, finishes up on 8 with that final fence coming down.
Front rail there.
68-48.
That was the only place he really let him out of the bag, and he kind of really shot forward at the last jump. Done a good job managing.
A good setup for later in the week. The hi to Rosalind Hart, just joined watching in Queensland in Australia. Great to have people watching from all over the world.
We are down to 2.
This is international as our jump off.
Exactly. I know we've got so many nations in there. USA, Ireland, Israel's in there, Germany, Switzerland and Lebanon all the way through to that jump off.
9-year-old Irish 4-horse gelding, this new combination.
Plenty more still to enjoy though. And Charlie Jane comes with a new ride for him. Ultimately Cooley, 9-year-old this one by OBOS Quality. July was 5th in the 3-star at Tryon. The different rider, this horse. But he's only had it a short time, but already taken it to the World Cup in Sacramento. Had a couple down there. And I'm never sure whether we class Sacramento as indoors, because it's huge and it's open on one side.
I don't really.
It's like the California version of indoors.
I find this a very large horse for Charlie, who is usually on the smallest horse of the class, even though he's so tall. His type is definitely a very small mare.
Good to see Charlie back out and
I
with
was
some new horses.
just going to say that. Yep, he and his wife Nicole. Good for them, building the string. Charlie's from such a horse family. The entire family rides and has barns and competes. It's getting a little bit past the distance where he wants to be. And again, like we said, it's all about the partnership, knowing the horse. Every time they come in the ring, they're asking questions, and when they leave, they have better answers to it.
Yeah,
Things they need to go home and work on, or change the way they ride it in the next class.
Well, going to finish on 22 in total. 20 for jumping, couple of time faults.
Yeah, he started out great, and then it got a little less rideable as it went. So he'll think that through and try again.
Michelle Francis says she's a big fan of you commentating.
Thank you.
There you go. I don't think she likes me. She only likes you.
Well, I appreciate that, because you're the one that has a cute accent. So you know, I'll take it what I can get.
Well, it looks like we get down to our final one on our start list. Elise Oken Gelvera, 12-year-old mare. Horse she's had for about 4 years now. Reduced the horse up through the grades. Been on the EEF Nations Cup at the end of the year. Won the Grand Prix in Drammen in Norway as well. Do you think it's important, Kim, for riders that want to kind of get on teams to spend a little bit of time in Europe?
Yes, it's everywhere you go, you learn something. And when you spend time in Europe, or like we said, the summer in Spruce Meadows, all these experiences really resonate and make a difference in what you know and what you see and how you do things.
Yeah.
It's very different. Nisi's been living in Europe and really has grown as a rider. She's such a nice girl, great family. And she's a lot tougher than she used to be. She really fights for it now. She really understands when she has to really participate. You can see her giving a really nice, solid ride here.
She deserves to go clear, actually.
She's looking good. I hate to say it because sometimes you jinx people.
I know, exactly. We'll get the blame. Okay, 2 to go.
You know, this horse is a little bit bouncy, but she bounces with it.
Great job there.
Yeah, very good. Like you said, she rode it to a clean round. That was a good ride.
Really deserves that. Had to make a couple of adjustments at times, but she was right there. She was reactive. She was thinking about it. That was a real nice job. Well, that is the end of our first ride. Let's take a look at who's made it through to our jump-off. Jandana goes through for Lebanon. Piet Manley's in there for Switzerland with Desari, Lenny Dittler, and Corsica for Germany. Jimmy Toronto for the USA with Chewbacca. Connor Swale, Calcia EBZ for Ireland. Daniel Blumen and Ladriano Z. Shane Sweetenham for Ireland with James Can Cruz. And then 2 for the USA, Brian Mowbray, MTM, Vive Le Rev, and Elise Oaken with Gelvera. And easily, Kim, we could have had another couple of clears. You know, Mimi Gotchman came so close.
Yes, as did Aaronville. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was a good course. It was like exactly where he wanted to be with the number of clean. And everyone had a good experience.
Yeah, I think Bernardo gave them exactly what was needed for that first night. There was nothing kind of trappy out there, nothing over-technical.
No, that's really the right way to start off, where everyone felt good. And like I said, some of the riders did know the horses, some of the horses hadn't been indoors. Like, everyone learned, gained. But you can come out thinking, okay, I learned something from that class, and I think that's the true mark of a great course designer. They don't feel defeated.
Well, you can see our ring crew jumping into action, getting us set, and getting us ready for that jump off against the clock. We know it's going to be very exciting when we get there. 9 in total will come back. They jump in the same order as they jump clear in the first round. So do stay with us, and we will be right back in just a moment.
I think I found them.
Really?
Making your dog your ring bearer is one way to show your love.
Car part. It's just a car part, look it.
But delicious Caesar canine cuisine is a better way.
Come here. Come here. Yeah, this way, this way.
Cleaning your dog's teeth can be hard. But not with Greenie's dental treats. Greenies, make health a treat.
From playful puppy to adventurous adult, help keep them healthy. Iams for life.
At Nutro, we believe in growing healthy dogs. Our nutritious food is made with high-quality, natural ingredients to help dogs live full and active lives. Let's grow healthy dogs. At Nutro, we believe in growing healthy dogs. Our food contains ingredients like flaxseed to help give dogs a healthy, shiny coat. It's just part of what makes Nutro so nutritious. Let's grow healthy dogs.
Mom! Yeah? I fell. Okay, there's bandages in the cabinet. I'm bleeding. Grab 2.
Sheba, what cats want?
U.S. Equestrian. Thousands of equestrians have united
To watch, to learn, to experience, to compete. In the pursuit of fairness, safety, welfare, and joy.
From the grassroots to the Olympic Games.
Each with personal goals, but all united together for the joy of horse sports.
Ride united. Ride with US Equestrian. There's so much about working with a horse that helps you develop yourself.
Horses have the power to change lives, and you do too.
Join us for USEF's Opportunity Week.
Help us share the power of horses by donating today.
Each donation supports the USEF community outreach organizations who connect horses with people and transform lives.
100% of your donation goes to the USEF Opportunity Fund.
Visit usef.org/opportunity to learn more.
International Horse Show. We're getting set and we are getting ready to see the jump off against the clock that will decide our winner here in the $78,000 FEI Welcome. Bernardo Costa Cabral is leading our course design team here this week, and earlier on we managed to catch up with him. Well, he's got all the pressure on his shoulders this week, but he's a man who's built at World Cup finals. He's built all over the world. He did a great job in the first round, and we'll take a look at what's in store for that jump off against the clock when we get that first one on track. But we know it's going to consist of 7 obstacles, 8 jumping efforts, and the time allowed in that jump off will be 43 seconds. But there's going to be plenty of twists, plenty of turns, lots of area to make up time on course as well. For those that are new to the sport, that have just stumbled across the live stream here this evening, it will be the fastest one with the lowest number of faults, usually the fastest clear, that takes the win in that jump off against the clock. Let's take a look then at who's made it through and who's qualified for that jump off. Remember, they come back in the same order as they jump clear. And Kim, we've got some fast ones right from the get-go. They're really going to try and add some pressure on, aren't they? Well, just a little bit of an audio issue with my co-commentator, but she said yes, there's some really fast ones, and they are going to put on some pressure, but we're getting set for that jump off against the clock. Hopefully we'll manage to get Kim back and fixed in just a sec. Otherwise I'll get lonely. Shane Sweetenham is there as well. Brian Mulgrew comes towards the end. And then Elise Oaken. Is going to be coming in as our last to go here in that jump off against the clock. But the stage looks like it is well and truly set. We're getting set and we're getting ready to see that first one come through. And hopefully alongside me is going to be Kim once again. You're back,
I'm alongside you, but can anyone hear me?
Well, I can hear you.
Okay, good.
And everyone else, I've just been told, can also hear you, which is great because...
I thought maybe I'd been cut off.
But we are getting set and we are getting ready. And that first one's going to be coming down that tunnel in just a moment. Now, you'd expect lots of twists and turns in here. You know, coming in early, people say they want a late draw in the jump off, but I think sometimes coming in early means you get to stick to your plan and you're not going to try and do anything too silly.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that when you go first, you know your course, you know your plan, you give it a shot, and there's no, you know, you don't see, oh, that was hard for that person, I should be careful there, or, you know, it's really just on your own anyway, so it's also hard for the riders to see up top, so no one really gets to see somebody jump off because the schooling area is so far away from the arena. They do have a screen out there, but it always looks different on the screen.
Well, we're just having a quick look on Facebook. Elizabeth Lund's watching in Denmark. Dan White says, great commentating. Hi, Kim. Dan White here.
Hi, Dan.
Louise Brooks watching in Ontario. Cynthia's on there as well. Great to have everyone with us. You're in for a treat because this jump off is going to be very quick indeed. They come back in the same order as they jump clear, we know that. And here comes Jad Dana for Lebanon with Caro W. He's going to be our pathfinder here in this jump off.
And like you said, Jad trains with Leslie Howard, and she's such a fast rider. He already looks just like her, the way he came into the ring with the Pelham and the loose rein, and he's a nice soft rider.
Well, let's take a look at what Bernardo Costa Cabral has built for them here in the jump off. Start there over 1, 2, and 3 here. 5B and then 1, 2, 3. Whoa.
Oh, he's already going to the whip at the vertical.
Arms and elbows.
But it's working.
That's fence 14.
Got inside the material there. Nice slice on the vertical.
And down here through 7AB.
Little rub. Stayed up.
And then one left to come. This is the last one.
You can see him really calling on him.
That was a very good start indeed.
You can see Leslie Howard there, very happy with that.
So
he was participating. We got to give him that.
Oh, absolutely. Big smile on his face. 31-42. He's happy with that.
Yeah, that's so worth it right there. That's just great. Good for him. And he knows he has all these famous, phenomenal riders behind him, but he's enjoying his moment, as he should.
Yeah. And he's certainly given them something to chase.
Yeah.
They know they've got to be clear now.
Clean is clean, yeah.
Yeah. They're going to have to put their foot down a little bit. 31-42 to beat. But yeah, I mean, we've got some of the very best in the world, and this man would definitely fall into that category, be it Manley and Desari for Switzerland. Think Jad's left some doors open out there?
Well, I do. I think that these riders are slick. But yeah, it always looks like he's riding on some kind of smooth rocking horse the way he goes around. Looks different from the other people.
Well, here he goes, off and running. And he knows this horse
Look at that
so well.
slice ride around. I mean, that was so few strides.
There's not many horses you can do that with.
Mm-mm. I'm going to see now he's just going to be tidy, but not crazy. So he's had one down, just to go clean.
But my crystal ball would say we'll see him in the World Cup here on Saturday.
I would have to agree.
And, you can never rule him out. Tonight it's going to be 4 faults there for Be It Manley. 33-57 with Desari.
This turn is unbelievable. I mean, just spinning around.
Well, we've got one clear at the moment. 31.42 is that challenge. René Dittmar comes forward next, representing Germany. He's getting set with Corsica X.
And like you said, René's coming off some good wins and rides. He's feeling very confident.
Yeah, for sure. He's a very competitive rider.
Oh, because he got away from that jump really well.
Nice angle.
This is a fun jump off the way they slice and dice. I like it.
He gets his leg on, pushes down here. Jumps the last, and he's clear.
Great round. I love the way he stayed a little wide to that last jump so he could keep his momentum.
And he is heading out in front tonight. Over a second faster. 29.58 is going to be the time. That has been confirmed. René Dittmar now out in front for Germany. Jed Dana goes to second. And then, of course, Beat Manley on the foreheads down into third. But some real tidy turns in there.
Yes, it's a fun jump off. He put a little curve in that last line so he could keep up the foot speed.
Well, I don't think this is over quite yet, though.
No.
Jimmy Toronto still to come.
Hopefully with his stirrups.
Yeah, hopefully with both.
I mean, it was impressive, but I would hate to do this jump off without stirrup. Without a stirrup.
Connor Swale, can't rule him out. Daniel Blumen in that mix. Shane Sweetenham, Brian Mowgray, and Lee Sokin there.
Again, it's barn night here, so all the local barns are represented. You see all the kids.
Well, this could be one to catch that new challenge of 29.58. Jimmy Toronto and Chewbacca for the USA.
Like we said in the first round, this horse jumps so high, which is wonderful, but it gets a little bit slower, so he's got to keep as few strides as possible when he's on the ground.
Yeah, when he's on the ground, the sort of ground coverage, he really eats up the ring. But as you say, you know, over the fences, that hang time. Right, here we go. Opens up nicely. Oh, just stumbled a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of a slip.
He said, let me at them.
Yeah, he got a little too fussy, and that really caused the rail, honestly. This horse is so good in those big, huge fields like Southampton. It's a little bit harder inside when everything's connected and turning. But again, look at how he jumps. Incredible.
34.73, just the one coming down there for Jimmy. Jimmy Toronto and Chewbacca there. Very competitive horse, very competitive rider.
Great horse, great horse. My anxiety just slipped out behind a little bit there. Jimmy had to ride at him a little bit harder than he wanted in the vertical, and then he pays the price on the backside with the mouth a bit.
Speaking of competitive riders, here comes Connor Swale of Ireland. Calcia EBZ.
And I will tell you, whenever I think of Connor, I just think of fast. Like, he just goes fast, doesn't he?
Oh, he really does. You can imagine him as a kid in Ireland with muddy ponies jumping over walls and
at Mach 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
Riding bareback to school, and
that's how I imagine it anyway.
It's slightly different from the American equitation system.
It's a little different.
But it gave him great grounding, great balance. And just look at this. He's never here to make up the numbers. And that upper body there was so important.
Oh, its style is incredible. and the softness of his hands. Oh, see, there you go. You just said it. He said when he gets in trouble, he has a way of staying above them, and he did demonstrate it for you.
If he can just leave these rails up.
Oh, that's too bad. The horse really get a great effort at A. Unfortunately, touched B. But it really twisted and tried over A.
And just fantastic to watch. Relatively new one there for Connor Swale. 30.18, one down. Pushes him down into third as the fastest on 4. Let's take a quick look at that purple fence again.
That was exciting. Like you said, he slipped the reins, shortened it back up on 2 steps. That's some riding.
Yeah, great horseman. Still not over though. Rennie Dittmer, has he done enough? 29.58. That's the time to beat here as Daniel Blumen and Ladriano Zed come to join us next. He's just having a look at that turn.
He's thinking, can I make it inside Bayet's footsteps? Because that was tight.
Is that something you find really helps? You know, if you have got a kind of tricky rollback turn to come in
show it to him, yeah.
And kind of show the horse.
And also yourself, so you can think, okay, this is how fast it's going to come up.
Let's have a look.
Yeah,
slick.
Nice. Yeah. Again, trying to pull out to come back so we can get inside this material.
Whoa!
That was quite the slice. Yeah, he was really taking a shot there.
Well, you know, Rennie's gone fast enough to put on pressure, and I'm sure Daniel's also thinking about Shane Sweetenham, Brian Mowgray, and Elise Hopkin that are coming behind him. But the ring crew will pop that back up, and he'll have to go and reattempt. He'll get 6 seconds added on though, so really it's kind of academic now and just giving the horse a nice feel to finish tonight.
Yes, and as we see, happens to everybody.
Yeah.
Great rider, great horse. And sometimes you take a chance, doesn't work out, doesn't mean you don't try it again.
Yeah, that pair have got a great relationship. They really know each other well, but just a sort of bad night at the office. The pressure is on, but it's not often you see this with Daniel. But let's take another look at that little issue he had halfway around this course. Just kind of came in and...
Yeah, I think he just really thought that the horse was kind of second guessing. I think Daniel might have also been thinking a little bit right ahead of time. And these horses are so keen and sharp. They're really trying to read your mind. Like he's coming to it and already going a little bit right.
Well, 3 combinations left to come. Rennie Dittmer qualified that horse for Aachen this year. Could he also take this 5-star win here this evening? Shane Sweetenham again, also having a look at that rollback with James Can Cruz.
29.58.
This is a very competitive horse with so much blood.
He's like, let me at it. Shane's like, too soon, too soon.
He's got so much power, but Shane just really keeps that front end nice and light.
Yeah, and he's so still with his own body on this horse.
But what an engine in the back end this horse has.
Yeah, I mean, he just feels like he's walking compared to the others.
If he can leave them up, I think he might just stay at the top tonight, but let's wait and see. Ooh.
It's hard, that hard jump is hard to get to well. That was slick. Oh my gosh.
Flies down. Oh,
wow.
Nice.
Wow,
Goes up. And that was so fast. What a try. 30.61. That yellow up right in the middle. it's certainly kind of tricky to get a real nice angle over the top of that.
Yeah, and this is such a twisty course. Really jumped great. He jumped so dang high over that combination.
That was strange. I actually thought he was faster than Rennie, but perhaps that horse just, I don't know, maybe hung in the air a little bit more.
This was so tight. Watch how high he is over A.
Well, Rennie Dittmer still sitting up there. Shane Sweetnam's headed into second. Jad Dana's down in third place. And we are down to our final two coming forward here. Brian Mowgray, MTM, Vive le Rêve. This pair know each other so well.
Yeah, there's nothing that these two haven't tried together.
No.
Oh, that was rolling.
Some used his luck.
He's slipping right around. He's going for a nice round. Doesn't have to win tonight. He's thinking Saturday night sounds like a better chance.
Crowder jumping every single fence with him. Gets that double clear here this evening. Going to head into fourth place, 32.85.
And again, Brian had his plan, and he rode the round he wanted to ride. Again, this is day one.
And that plan would just really depend on the horse, wouldn't it? You know, if it was a kind of younger horse or second or third on the string, this would be a very important jump off. But for him, I think it's really World Cup he's here for.
Exactly. And he knows what's the best program for his horse. That's where the horseman part comes in.
Well, there's just one left to come. Will the win be going to Germany and Rennie Dittmer? They've got to be faster than 29.58. And Lee Silkin here for the USA, Gelvera.
And this is another one of those typey hot horses that wants to go.
Well, let's see how the final chapter is going to unfold here. Remember in the first round, she really deserved that clear, and she's hustling here in the jump off.
I think that might have been a little bit wider, but well ridden. Yeah, she's going to take a little safer route also. But she's quick. She's going a little bit wide to make sure she has a good shot, but she's keeping her foot speed up. Yes.
Not going to be quite fast enough.
No, but what a good ride. What a good round.
33.17 there. Elise Silkin slips down and will finish in fifth place here this evening. But I think she really stood out in the first round, and also the same in the jump off as well. She was right there with her horse for every single stride.
Yes, absolutely. It was a very good round. Good night for her.
Well, that concludes our jump off against the clock. We do say many congratulations there. Rennie Dittmer will take that victory here this evening, 29.58. And I have to be honest, when he came in, I thought he might have just left the door open, but no one managed to catch him here tonight.
Well, and those turns are so tight. You know, he didn't look fast, but he was like so exactly efficient where he wanted to be, and really put the pressure on.
It was a well-deserved win in there tonight.
And great for Jad. It was a very fun class.
Very fast jump off. It had all the ingredients. It was never going to disappoint. Shane Sweetnam just misses out tonight, 30.61. Jad Dana, Caro W. That horse becoming more and more consistent on his string, 31.42 to finish in third. And Connor Swale gave us a great masterclass in that jump off as well.
As always.
And of course, we're going to see all these top athletes come through and continue competing. If you are watching on Facebook or YouTube, don't forget you can enjoy the rest of this evening's coverage. It's available on the USEF network, powered by Clip My Horse. If you're watching over in Europe, Clip My Horse, of course, you can catch all the coverage on there. We've got a lot still to see. It's Barn Night here, so plenty of awards. And we've also got the accumulator coming a little bit later on. And it's a
very
costume
fun
one.
class, very fun class. So stay tuned for that one.
Is that a class we've seen you in over the years?
Oh yes, oh yes.
Any favourite costumes you can tell us about?
This class used to be a rotating pair relay, and one year Aaron Vale went and I, because you go with the partner.
Yeah.
And he was Aladdin and I was Jasmine.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
My Jasmine was a very slippery outfit. I'm just going to tell you. So I do have a memory, but it was really a pit in my stomach because I was like, how am I going to stay on over the jumps because I'm wearing the I Dream of Jeannie outfit.
Well, we can see on the screen there Vicky Lowe, the horse show president.
Yeah, she's done a great job at this horse show. Puts her heart and soul into it every year, and really, it just is so wonderfully done. Isabel Kuruk next to her with the trophy.
Yeah, these horse shows, although they're only on a week, it really is a year-round thing.
Oh, to put something like this on it's very complicated and a lot of moving parts, and it's important that it's done so well, and Vicky does a great job.
And it's fantastic to see, it's only year 2 in this facility. We're just outside DC these days. And I think every night's pretty much a sellout. I think there's maybe a few tickets left for tomorrow night, but tonight's sold out. Saturday night's pretty much sold out. That's a real testament to Vicky and the rest of the team here.
Yes, and to the local community that just really loves horses. It's a great area. A lot of horses, a lot of enthusiasm.
Well, we're getting set. We're getting ready for that prize-giving ceremony here. Congratulations there to Rennie Dittmer. I'm not sure if Chloe Reed's here with them, but this is...
I saw her already.
Oh, you've seen her, so she is here.
Yep, she's here.
Well,
she's here supporting.
She'll be cheering on for sure, because this is her hometown.
It is.
Well, I think now we can head down to Jenny, who is down there on the Kiss and Cry.
Tight turns. Did it go to plan?
Yeah, I have to say it really did. I was first wondering a bit if I could have done one less from number 2 to 3, but the rest I got really well. So yeah, and my horse really tried her best, and yeah.
Well, it's time to go for your prize giving. Congratulations! Thanks so much, and well done. What a great win.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, congratulations there once again to Rennie Dittmer taking the win here for Germany. He's going to be climbing on his horse. He's going to be coming forward for that prize-giving ceremony. But Kim Prince, thank you so much for joining me, and I know you're going to be with us throughout the show.
I am so happy to be here, and thanks for including me.
Well, just before we hand it over down towards the arena, let's take a quick look side by side of our top 2, because I think that's going to be interesting to see Rennie and Shane. So if you can stay with us for that, Kim. Let's take a look side by side at those top 2 and how Rennie got it done here tonight. In fact, this is just Rennie's round. Oh, here we go.
I love this side by side, but that's Chad, not, yeah. This is the one that was 3rd.
So we've got 1st and 3rd. But we can also still see Rennie.
You can see Rennie how fast he was vertical.
But yeah, Rennie did a great job there.
Super.
Well, the prize giving well and truly underway. The national anthem being played, so we will hand it over now to the arena team. But for me, Adam Cromarty, sitting alongside Kim Prince, enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll see you back here very soon.
Stepping up to make the presentation to Renee, Victoria Lowell, the president of the Washington International, as well as board member Isabel Kuruk, as we salute our winning effort here from Rennie Dittmer of Germany and Corsica X. And while they get that photo, we will acknowledge our 2nd through 5th. For Ireland, James Concruz and Shane Sweetnam in 2nd. Jean Dana for Lebanon with Carol W. in 3rd. For the U.S., Brian Bogry and MTM Vive le Rev earned the fourth honors, and Elise Oken for the U.S. with Gilvira finishing in fifth place. We'll have our winner lead us off on the round of honor now. Renee Dittmer and Corsica as they lead our round of honor tonight, taking the victory lap here in our welcome stake. One more time for Renee Dittmer of Germany.